Hello, everyone. Put the mic down. Hello, everyone. This is Lisa again with Inspired Heart Intuitive to have a little chit chat tonight about healing after heartache. We're going to try this again, guys. I'm going to try to ignore the chat. We won't get a bunch of trolls this time. Good Lord. Okay, healing after heartache. Um, Heartache, right? Breakups, all of this wonder, all these things that happen to us. It's not wonderful at the time, but the process of healing after a heartache really is all about becoming self-partnered and really looking at the situation, what we brought into it, and how that actually attracted this person. So, there's many reasons, of course, there's the bad stuff, the abuse and all of that. There's also, cheating, all sorts of different things that can happen. And then there's you just wake up one day and you're like, I don't even know this person anymore. Like, the love seems to have gone. You guys are no longer as or what not as you used to be. So what I try to do is I try to take the time to realize, okay, what really happened and what did I bring to the table? And the reason why I say what did I bring to the table? Sorry, I've got something in my eye. Um, or we all bring past hurts or past issues in a situation. And when we do that, we unknowingly are bringing pain and hurt, negative energy, unhealed chakra, all into the play, into the mix. And typically, what we're doing is we're looking for this other person to either complete us or heal that wound. And in actuality, the wound needs to be healed from ourselves, from our own point of view. The wound needs to be healed in in our own space and energy. And we have to examine it, and we have to examine what this is, where it came from, and then begin to heal that. So tonight, the first area that I'm going to go to is talking about, what most therapists, I'm not a therapist, but what most therapists will start talking about. And that is what happened in childhood. Because if we think about it, our mothers and our fathers are the first two people that show us how to have a relationship. Mothers teach their daughters how behaves in a relationship. Mothers teach their sons how to treat a woman in a relationship. Fathers teach their sons behave and then teach their daughters how to expect to be treated. If we go back to that view and look at it as objectively as possible, that's where we can find the beginnings of the first breadcrumbs on this journey, right? Of why I keep attracting the same type of person. And I'm sure all of us have said to ourselves, if we really look at our relationships, we'll say, okay, each person, they may have been different. Their faces are different. Their body shapes are different. Maybe they did different things for work or what have you. They may have come from different parts of the country. But I guarantee you, if you look deep enough, you will find that there are some commonalities. There are some things that are just the same. For instance, when I was younger, I would deal with men that I felt like I could control in some way. Either I had more education than them or I was making more money than them, whatever the case, there was some area I felt like I could control them. And this was in my 20s, probably on into about my 30s. And I sat back and I was like, what am I doing? Why do I keep choosing the same type of person? Why do I seek to control every situation? It was then that I started analyzing my mother and father's relationship. Now, my mom and dad were married until I was 35. They had 35 years of marriage. And I had to really look at that relationship and say, what did I learn from my father? What did I learn from my mom? At that age, I was really only interested in learning. I really could only fathom what I was learning from my dad. And from my dad's point of view, my dad was a breadwinner, was a homemaker. Thank you. Thank you so much, Miss Keisha. Um, Standpoint, when I analyzed my mother's and my father's relationship, my father being the breadwinner, my father was virtually a narcissist. I didn't recognize it until much later on in life. But for him, money, like because he was the breadwinner, the sole breadwinner for the majority of it, money was the controlling factor. So whoever controlled the money controlled the relationship, controlled everything in the relationship, could tell anybody what to do and how to do it, and when to do it, and how high to jump. And that's when I realized that in my desire to not be controlled, I sought out men that I could control in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So I mean by we go back and if we look at the first examples we have of what a relationship looks like, there's clues there as to why we choose the people that we choose. And that's the first amount of baggage that we bring along for the plane ride. That's the first thing. So when that's why I say let's start looking at the childhood relationships. What did our mom teach us about how to be a woman? I had many friends who, mom and dad weren't together. Either they had divorced or they just never were for very long. Excuse me. And they had a number of different boyfriends, right? Throughout my friend's childhood. That affected the girls one way and the boys another way. Right? So they're looking at this woman, looking at a woman and saying, well, this is what you do. You get men that make sure they're paying for this or make sure they're doing that or make sure, you know what I mean? Personal relationship. And they also didn't see a consistent relationship. They did not see a consistent person in their lives. So therefore, when to be women, adult women, they were unable to maintain consistency in their relationships. They were unable to keep a relationship very long. They never saw that as a young girl, and that's how they learned to be women. The boys, it was, well, everyone can't stay with one man very long. They kind of lose respect for women. It's not that they don't respect their mama. They've lost respect for women because this is what they learn. So when we're starting to seek to heal from heartache, that's usually the first area I say, how was the relationship growing up? How was that mother-father relationship? What happened there? And what did we learn from that? Now, the beautiful thing is, as adults now, we can take that, we can look at it, and I'm not saying, you know, your mother was a horrible person. I'm not saying my father was a horrible person or my mom was a horrible person. What I am saying is they did the best they could with the tools they had at the time. And unfortunately, those bad tools they passed on to me and my brothers. But now as an adult, I have the opportunity to go back and look at that from 30,000-foot view and say, oh, wow, that's where I get that from. And then that's the area you start working on. So we start there. If it's uncomfortable to start there, start at the last 3, 4, 5 relationships you've had and say, what are the common denominators between all of these people other than me? Because of accountability we have to take in this. What is it? What is it that attracted me to that person? Why? This is not for the faint of heart to look into oneself and really see it for what it is. But it is now if we're going to grow in our spiritual gifts and grow in our destiny and become whole people, healed people, people that are that basically are peaceful inside and positive. Because all of these pieces, as we put them together, then we begin to be able to love ourselves. Because we take the good, the bad, the ugly, and we look at it and we're like, oh, I don't really like that about myself. What can I do to change that? Where did that come from? Why do I do these things? That's where we have to start. So you can't start in child. Sometimes we can't start there. Start with the last few relationships. What's your common denominator? As I got older, the common denominator wasn't so much people that I could control, but it was people that really um there wasn't a high respect for me. That they were takers. They were energy suckers, right? They would just siphon the energy out of me on up to the marriage that broke up to the narc. So I had to look at that day when the marriage ended. I was heartbroken. I waited 25 years to get remarried. And this is what I get. A cheat that was emotionally abusive? How horrible is that? Right? What is that all about? So I had to look and say, why did I bring this man into my life? Why did I choose to marry this man? What is it about me that not only attracted but had desire to keep? And what was it about me that did not feel like I deserved to be loved and respected, honored, and cherished? It is about the healing after heartache is a journey of self discovery. And you may not like what you see when you pull back the curtain, but you need to look at it no matter what and then heal it. You need to identify the problem. You need to do the triage on yourself, and then seek to. So when we're starting to heal it, it's one of those things where you're just like, okay, even begin. Journaling is a wonderful place to begin. Writing down your feelings, emotions, writing down that, okay, I chose him because he presented A, B, C, and D. Then it turned into X, Y, and Z, and we could not get along with each other. What happened in between that time? What happened? Why could I not see X, Y, and Z when it first started? Right? Why could I not see that? I have no idea. Then you start looking at, well, what was it about me that all wanted this? What was it? For me, I was attracted to my ex because he was reminding me of my father. Honest, I'm a daddy's girl. Daddy's been gone 9 years now. So I put my blinders on, but I didn't want to see anything else. I didn't want to see that he was emotionally abusive. I didn't want to see that he was a cheater. I didn't want to see any of that. And I could have, and I should have, and I honestly did. I just refused to look at it. So healing after heartaches is, okay, what is it that I didn't see first? Why didn't I see it? What truly mean? That's when I realized I still had unresolved daddy issues. And believe me, at 40 some odd years old, to realize you see issues, that's a wake up call. It's a wake up call. And that's how I began this discovery, chakra and energy healing. Because I didn't know. I went went to this, I went to that, all the places I normally go. Like, y'all are not giving me the answers I really need. That's when I started go inward and it really do self-examination. That's when I discovered I had become my mother, married a narcissist for 35 years. That's when I discovered I didn't really like myself. Realized that one at 40 some years old. You put up this awesome front all these years that, yeah, I'm confident, I'm that, I'm successful, I'm all these things. And in reality, there's still a little girl that doesn't feel loved. Healing from heartache. Healing from heartache is discovering and admitting that there is unresolved pain and seeking to resolve that. How do we do that? Now, that's going to be a very lengthy discussion, right? I want to talk to a little bit about that healing process, how you even first identify it. So you can identify first layers, recent history. And even if you got to start writing down characteristics about people, and when I say characteristics, I don't mean necessarily they're all over 6 feet tall and they're all buff and they're all this or they're all that. I mean characteristics about it because I can guarantee you're going to find out that there are commonalities in all of them. So, what are the common denominators? Were they all self-centered? Were they all in a situation where you were the one putting in the most of the money into the relationship? Now I'm ownership, but I'm not about a one-way ticket. I'm no sugar mama. So, but were they all kind of seeking that? Maybe on the slide. Were they all men that didn't necessarily buy you gifts, but always wanted gifts? Were they all men that always chose everything to do and never had any interest in doing anything to do? I'm just starting to throw some things out there. Were they selfish in bed? I mean, this is just real adults here. Were they selfish in bed? All these things, I can guarantee you start writing all these things down to relationships, you're going to find some commonalities. And then when you find the commonalities, then you can say, why in the heck? What was I thinking? Why do I keep choosing this person? So if it's somebody, let's just say, that never wants to, that's the thing that you want to do. And you kept saying, well, honey, I'd like to do this, or I'd like to try this, or I don't really like wrong me. Um, oh, good. I'm glad, dear. I really rock climbing, honey. I would just rather like to walk by the lake. I don't need the adventure, right? And he keeps on saying, yeah, but whatever, you need to go. We're going to go rock climbing anyway. So if it's that type of person, and I'm just giving one silly example there, but if it's that type of, that says to me then that you're a person that doesn't feel that your needs are valid and shared for. That says to me that's a person that doesn't truly value themselves. Well, why don't you value yourself? What is it about yourself? Why? Then we have to take some other steps. We got to look back a little bit further. We got to look back to childhood and teenage life and see where that non-validation of your wants and needs and desires comes in at. This self-discovery is bit by bit, moment by moment. It's not a sprint. Some of us get these lessons free, and some of us it just takes time, but it's okay either way. So if you're one that doesn't value yourself and doesn't, you can say, well, I don't feel, maybe you don't feel heard. Well, perhaps there's something, right? If we're going to go to the chakra system, say that's a person whose power center is either underdeveloped or just not really functioning well, and probably a bit of the sacral as well. And the result is the throat chakra doesn't really work. It's not, you're not able to really get out your feelings. Hello, Liam. You're not really able to get out what your express yourself because you don't feel it's going to be valued. A person that doesn't value their wants, needs, and desires, I would say we would look at your power chakra and your sacral chakra and see what the issues are there. If this person came to you and was always wanting money or needed a bill paid or needed this done or needed that done, and that's why you get breaking up. If this is kind of a common theme throughout your last few relationships and you kept giving, giving, and giving, your heart chakra's a little out of line. You haven't set up proper boundaries. Your root chakra is probably not very great. You feel like you should be giving this person money like that. Why can't they take care of themselves? So by identifying the commonalities, we're then able to go to the area that needs the healing. That, going to someone that does energy healing, that Reiki, that sort of thing, that's where we come in at, able to help you analyze. And you can do some of that analysis on your own. It's always good, though, to have someone to bounce that off of. You can sit with yourself and just meditate and just ask God, Lord, show me which thing you want me to work on. Show me the first area that needs to be healed. And believe you me, it'll happen. And in the meditative state and allowing love and light to shine through and come through your system, come into your spirit being, then to start to heal that particular area. Okay? So, yeah, Liam. Yes, God loves you. Okay. So that's, I wanted to do just a really kind of introduction into that. So the assignment for, if you're seeking the healing until the next time we talk, healing from heartache, is to take, let's go with relationships. I'll start answering some questions in just a minute, Mr. Liam. Okay, just give me just a moment. So the assignment from this session is to take your last few relationships, write down the commonalities, the common characteristics of the relationship and of the individuals. Just start writing them down. And then we can go from there and start analyzing what areas really are the areas that are hurting and still need healing. That's the first part to healing from heartache. Thank you, Keisha. That's beautiful. That is beautiful, and that's so very true. Okay, Liam. Yes, what Keisha said is absolutely true. Let's ask a question here. You said, is grandpa still with you? Your grandpa will be with you forever. He is an eternal just like you are. What questions do you have, Liam? So, Miss Keisha, the next time I see you, my dear, I'm going to make sure that you've done your homework. And then we'll start going through characteristics and what chakras. There's some parts for healing because this is not a quick process, but that's the first place we start to look. Well, I I don't know that I term myself that. I'm intuitive. I'm an empath, and I see and I hear. I sometimes use tarot as an assistant, sometimes not. And I've been an empath and a seer for just 12 that I can remember. So, if you ask me a question, I will, that's not something I can answer or that I should answer. Hello, Miss Tiffany. You're out with bad reception. Okay. Yes, dear. I'll be here for just a little bit. I'm not going to stay on too terribly long tonight. An empath. So, an empath feels energy. It can be pain, it can be joy, it can be what have you. Um, I term empaths as kind of the triage. Um, so yes, I can feel other people's energy, and um, and when they're in pain, I seek. My first instinct is to attempt them to heal. Empaths tend to be very intuitive as well. Of course, you can't see feelings, you can't see emotions, you can't see any of that. So that's what an empath is. How long ago did your grandpa pass away? Mm, I guess I would have to ask you why you're asking me. If you have a specific question, I can answer it for you about your grandpa still with you, being you're still with you. Yes, your grandpa's still with you. Your your grandpa's watching over you. You'll no longer be in pain, Liam. He wants you to no longer be sad. And I'm feeling like there's people that are around you that are not being very loving and very kind to you. Um, and it breaks his heart that they're treating you. If he was physically here and he would help you get out of the situation. But I am feeling a lot of pain and a lot of sorrow and almost a little bit of depression. Um, and I'm hearing he wants you to follow your dreams where those are. Have you had instances where it's like you just know things? It's you can sense what somebody is feeling or what somebody is thinking, or you can sense data or where you just know things. We're opening up the floor for those of you that are coming back in. We're just going to open up the floor and talk a little talking about, so the first 20 some minutes of this video is going to be about healing from heartache and the first steps. Yeah. Yes, he wants you to get better. We all want you to get better. If you have the opportunity to go talk to someone, to go talk to a professional, please do so. Please do so, Liam. Please find a good therapist in your area that you can talk to. God doesn't want you in this state of being. That's a state. God doesn't want you there. You weren't designed to be there. You're an infinite divine being from the divine of the divine. And depression is not a state of being that God wants you in. I very much encourage you to find someone to talk to talk about pain, to talk about how good. I would talk to her. Please go see her again soon. Please leave her again soon, okay? Life is very precious and you are very precious. So go talk. Go talk to her. Not in you. He's not disappointed in you. Your grandpa's not disappointed in you at all. He wished he told you that before. By the way, you were tapping into something that I've not done in a little bit, but seems to be something that is developing. But when I said that there were people that are not being to you or being very kind or being very loving, it was almost as if I saw a child that was suffering abuse. And I can feel that pain. I no, he's not disappointed in you, but he hates that you are being mistreated, Liam. He very much does. But I am telling you, beyond a shadow, you have to go talk to them again. You have to. You have to finish your healing process you started. And if that therapist doesn't know for you, then find another one. And find one that does energy healing as well. There are those that do energy healing as well, dear. Yes. I've seen the friend of the person who I was dealing with in January. I walked away because he put me in a child fifth part. Miss Keisha. Ooh, honey bunny, honey bunny. So we're taking questions now, y'all. That's cool. Wow. Okay, so you saw this person's friend. Miss Keisha, let me answer Mr. Liam, and then I will answer your question. Because that fifth party relationship, honey, I was In a fifth party relationship too. I was number 6. Hello, Ms. Tech. We're taking some questions. Mr. Liam, I will say this. Um, I do not typically, hello, Black Goddess. I do not typically discuss things like that. And I will tell you why. Hello there, dear. Tell you why I don't discuss those things. Because the paramount issue right now is you, how you feel. You feel about you being healed, the little boy in you being healed and allowed to grow up and be safe and secure, valued and loved, cherished and adored. Parent, I am a grandparent. No grandparent wants to see their grandchildren mistreated in any form or fashion. We don't want to see it, and it infuriates us if we even think it. Sometimes we're not in a place of power enough to help, but trust and believe we want to. Your main concern right now is your healing. That's your main concern. God will deal with, and karma will handle mom and dad. Not for you to worry about. It is for you to heal. Okay? So please do find, you're very welcome. Please do find someone that will be able to talk to you and again believe in energy healing therapists. If you can find a Reiki practitioner close, I would do that as well if you can do that. Reiki, Reiki. Okay. So if you can find a Reiki practitioner, if you email me, potentially help you, email me, Liam, and I can potentially help you. I would say I would do it over, I would do it distance, but I am not comfortable. I think that you need someone there. Okay. Um, so email me, Liam, so I can know where your location is and I can help you. Miss Keisha, 50. Uh, and those of you just tuning in, the first about 22 minutes of this video, when you do the replay, talking about kind of giving you a first blush at healing after heartache and gave everyone an assignment. Okay. When I come back to the subject again in another week, I expect the assignment to be done now. Okay. Your assignment is to look over your last few relationships, identify commonalities in the people that you are no longer with. That being, were they selfish, self centered? Were they selfish in bed? Did they only want to do the things that they wanted to do? Were they only seeking money? Were you their sugar mama or sugar daddy? Okay. So I want you to really be objective and find common characteristics exes, your most recent exes, because that'll give us a clue as to which chakra needs the most healing. Now, back to Miss Keisha. I'm stuck on this fifth partnership. I no trusting. Trust now has to be earned. It has been shattered, ripped apart, on, and broken. I still have my fairy wand here. Here's my fairy wand I got from medieval times. Now I can't wave this fairy wand, Miss Keisha, and make him a man that's going to be faithful. I can't do that. Fifth party. I mean, my goodness. You know, my ex-husband had 5 side chicks. I was the main chick and he had 5 in other lanes. He had a big, long, big, wide highway going. Okay. Lots of lanes, lots of women. So No, Miss Keisha. No, no. And I want you to ask yourself, I'm waving my fairy one. This is my princess sword. That's what this is. This is my princess sword. I want you to ask yourself, my love, why do you want a man back that can't keep his pants on? Why do you want a man back that has to have multiple women? I will tell you that men that have to have multiple women typically have some narcissistic issues or they're sex addicts. There's something going on. They don't have enough self esteem. My little magic wand, my princess sword can't make it better. I'm being funny, but I'm not. And I don't want to see you get hurt. I'm going to put my princess sword down. No worries. Everybody's worried about me now because I had a ton of trolls in here earlier today and they were really spewing a lot of hate speech. It was really bad. But Lil P, what's going on, girl? I got my princess sword again now, y'all. This is my princess sword. My fairy wand, my princess sword. So, Keisha, baby, no. He has to earn your trust. And I'm an all jokes aside. Oh my goodness, I turned it on, child. Look at that. It's lighting up. Okay, this is better. Woohoo. I need to not. Girl, this is the bomb. Okay, I hope y'all don't. If anybody has seizures, look away. Look at this. Yes. Look at that. Ah. Okay. So I'm gonna bring the fairy sword out when we were trying to get fairy stuff happening here. Okay. Listen, uh Miss Keisha, you need to ask yourself, honey, why you want a man back that has hurt you that badly, that has that little respect for you, that he would have outside people, outside of you. And if you weren't the main one and you were one of the outside ones, he still didn't respect you either way it goes. What is it within you? That's why you need to do your homework. What is it within you that causes you to think that you deserve that level of mistreatment? That's one thing. Another thing is this, and this is just real talk. Okay. When I found out that my ex had 5 chicks, five, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, strewn all over the state. When I found out he had 5 side chicks and I was super, super sick, I had been sick for a month, couldn't get over it. My doctor had to test me for all sorts of STDs because we were concerned. We were concerned the man either gave me Hep B, Hep B, or HIV. So not only is he trampling on your heart, he's taking a chance on life. Oh, you did not. Oh, thank you, Lord. Okay. He has daddy issues. Honey, you're making the right decision. You're making the right decision, my love. I wouldn't either because I'm gonna tell you something, y'all. And this is real talk. I don't sugarcoat nothing on this channel. I almost cussed. I'm trying not to cuss. I'm trying to be a good girl. I don't sugarcoat it. That was a scary thing. When you are sick for an entire month and can't shake. Hey, Miss Tiffany, when you're sick for a whole month and you can't shake it, and it goes from what we think is a cold, think it's the flu, to we think it's this, to we think it's that. And then in the midst of all this, you find out your husband is running around with all these different females. He's picking some of them up, y'all, and taking them to Target parking lot to get oral sex. Who does that at Target? And this is something else y'all need to know. This is another little bit of real talk. This is for free. This is all for free. What I found out was that meeting up at Target now is all of a sudden like some like hookup code. They'll tell the other person, "Oh, I need to go to Target," and that's like a hookup code. Who knew? You can. You're going to Target now because you might think you're trying to hook up and do something in the parking lot. So just so y'all know, I was not hip on that. I wasn't aware. Honey, Target. I swear to you, the man was taking this woman, and he was not the only woman he was talking about going to Target. And I had to ask my 20-some-year-old son, you know how embarrassing that is? Like, son, what does this mean? Why does he keep asking people to go to Target? I don't understand. Because I told you I spy app on his phone. Anyway, won't do that again. But anyway, so I saw that. I was like, what? What is this? And asked my 20-year-old son. We talk like this though. We cool. He said, Ma, that's the hookup thing now. You say I need to go to Target and that's the hookup thing. It's like, wow. I said, well, what happens? He was like, that's really what, women that get paid to do these things, that's what they say. Gives you an idea of their price. I said, well, what did you get if you're going to Kohl's? I'm silly. I asked the question. And then I said, is Walmart a rollback? I need to understand. Not that I'm a charge, but I just had to know. Inquiring minds want to know. But anyway, I'm silly. But point being is I'm very glad you did not have sex with him, because it is a scary, scary thing to have to go through that TD panel. And you have to sit here and ask your doctor, I need for you to include HIV in that. That's a scary, scary thing. Thank God everything is fine. But, there is that other side to these men and these women, because it's not men, it's women. All the women he was messing with. Yeah, don't give up the cookies. I stopped giving it up too. It's probably man. But anyway, um, all these women he was dealing with all had men at home. So this just just circle. Just a bunch of cheaters. Okay, anyway. The princess cut him out. He's gone. Okay. What other questions do we have tonight? I'm on a roll. Child, look, now I'm not gonna say sex is bad now. I didn't say bad. It's not like I don't miss it. But it's exchanging the body fluids. We just gonna leave that alone though for the night. I need Cassandra in here. I need Cassandra. We were talking about all sorts of sex magic. Yes, there's such a thing as sex. There's such a thing as a height of being able to manifest. Anyway, we'll have that's another discussion for very late, for real grown folk. What other questions do we have tonight? What other questions? Look, P, you good girl? You hanging in there, my friend? And you have to tell me when that baby is due. What other questions do we have for the evening? Now, remember, y'all, you have to go back when we're done with this, and that first, I'll probably edit it out, that first 20-some minutes of this. 29th, oh, my grandbaby is due August the 15th, my second grandbaby. The first 20 minutes goes into the healing, goes into the first steps towards healing after heartache. Well, hello, Eric. I like that name. Hello there. How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I would love that, Miss Keisha. I would absolutely love that. You guys, just so you know, last night I came on, and because earlier in the day we were up to 600 members of the tribe. That's what I call the subs, right? All of us, we're a tribe. Now, As of right now, in 24 hours, we are up to 51 members of the tribe, and I am thrilled. I'm thrilled, guys. We're pushing to get, I this is I'm gonna put this out here with you all, and you all manifest it with me that I will have more than 1,000 members of the tribe by Monday, which is Monday. And when we get that hit that 1,000, that we become YouTube partners, and it's so, there's a lot that can happen because there's a lot of things I want to do. So I really support all this. I really love the support of the channel and the partnering with the channel. And this will start enabling me to, purchase some better equipment and get some other videos out here as far as training is concerned, especially when we talk about gifts. And we were talking last night about wanting to do the school, kind of a school of the gifted. Um, I want to do a manifestation series, all sorts of things. Really appreciate you guys' support. It's amazing. So, what other questions? I know we have some newer people here tonight. We've got Lyric and Opalonia. I love Apollonia. I'm a Prince fan. So I know there's a few people here that are relatively new. So if my new folks would like to, I would be happy to do a quick 3-card reading for you. Your middle name is Opal. Oh, love it. Love it. So my new folks, I would love a quick 3-card reading for you if you would like. I do that for my regulars know that I'm always pulling cards for them. My regulars, I'd be more than happy to pull an oracle card for you tonight. I think I'm gonna pull from the indigo tonight. Okay, Alaric, I'd be more than happy to. Guys, this is my email address. Um, Keisha and yes, ma'am. Keisha, are you a moderator in anyone else's? I need some more moderators as well. I'm putting a little bit of information here. Then, Lyric, I'll pull cards for you. Okay. If you guys want to donate to the channel, that's the PayPal link and address. If you want to email me for private readings. Hello, BB. We're gonna get an oracle card for you. Lyric, we're gonna do a 3-card pull for you. Lyric, do you have any specific, or do you want me to just pull a general for you? You're quite welcome. So we've got Keisha, BB, and then little P for oracle. Do you have any specific questions for me? Or you just want me to do a general reading? Just let me know. Let me know. Otherwise, I'm going to start pulling. Opalonia, I will be happy to do one for you. Okay, great. Keisha, would you like to be a moderator? No, I was actually asking Alaric. Keisha, would you mind being a moderator? Oh, I don't. Just do it. Okay, what do we have for Alaric? Next 2 weeks for Alaric. What do we have for Alaric? Thank you, Miss Keisha. Okay, Alaric. We're going to get cards for you for the next couple weeks. Just some general. Okay, Lyric, I have an overall energy for you for the Seven of Swords in the reverse. So it seems that you've found out some information, the manipulations that have been going on have come to light. However, with the Ten of Wands in reverse, it's like you're beginning to unburden yourness. Like you never really let anything quite hit the ground, but you're just kind of releasing that burden that you felt before. You kind of took a lot of it on, and this could have been with an Aries, with the Emperor card, or you're maybe coming out of a point where you were just like super, like you were kind of being stubborn and wanted to make sure that it was like you wanted this to work, the situation to work badly, and you didn't want to let it go. Hey, Mr. Lionel. Okay, so we've got in the recent past the reverse. Currently, the Two of Swords in reverse, and near future Ten of Cups in the reverse. So, what this is saying to me, but the overall energies on the bottom of the deck we're saying is that it appears that you're letting go, releasing a toxic situation or a toxic person. Possibly this was a that like you there was a codependent type of relationship, but you've realized that it's just not serving you, that it's not good for you, healthy, and um, you you've decided to let it go, which is excellent. The Two of Swords, though, it also tells me that this was a tough decision for you to make, and that you've made it, right? That now you've come out of that. That's your present spot. It's a decision, and you're moving forward with it. With the Ten of Cups in reverse, though, what I'm not seeing. I mean, this was tough because this was a if this was a friendship, it was a long-lasting friendship, if it was a romantic relationship, it was, you had love. You had you like, we were caring about this person a lot, be they a friend or whatnot. So let me get a little bit more. Yeah. With the Two of Cups first, this does appear that it was some sort of a breakup. But you've been balancing things with the Two of Pentacles in the upright, and you of a you're still trying to juggle a few things, um still trying to juggle like how to kind of move forward after the breakup. Could be dealing with money, but I have cups, there's a lot of water energy here. Not sure if you're a water sign or if this other person is, but with the Nine of Cups in the upright, that also tells me that you're starting to look like your present life and be happy with it, that you're happy with, you're like, okay, well, there's a lot of positive that's going on in my life right now, and I need to be grateful and happy for it. Okay. You are going to come into a time of abundance with the Ten of Pentacles in the right. Even though you've like let this particular relationship go, or you're not going to move forward with it, that's fine. Your intuition is becoming heightened. There are still some things that you're not quite sure of and whether or not you should follow them, but Spirit is really saying, please pay it to your intuition. With the High Priestess in reverse, it says that you might not be like really listening to that inner still voice, but listen to it because it's guiding you in the right direction. This abundance with the Ten of Pentacles, new position, new job, or potentially a new method of money, or there's a settlement in this breakup that's going on. I'm not necessarily feeling job, so I could be off. I'm feeling like there's some sort of settlement coming your way, a monetary settlement that's going to bring you into some level of abundance. Again, I pulled it for 2 weeks, so this could have been already happening, or it could have already happened. This energies, these some of these energies past, current. If I'm all wet, I'm sorry. But that's what I'm seeing for you. But some sort of, I'm not sure what that's all entailing, but I think it's good. I mean, there's abundance coming your way in some fashion, contractually something. That's what I'm seeing for you. I hope that helps you, Alaric. Hope that um let me pull let me know if that helps, Alaric, or if I was all wet. Usually not too far off. um let's see what we have for little P. We're gonna pull one for Keisha and then for BB. So I'm pulling from the Indigo Angel cards tonight, not the Goddess cards. Oh, wonderful. Whew. Whew. I'm so glad. That Virgo, I tell you, continue to watch. I think Thursday night we're going to go back into kind of a little bit spiritual gifts and like identifying your purpose. Okay. But yeah, that Virgo video, that one and the July one really has gotten a lot, like the monthly one. That was really powerful. My mom's and I have a Virgo cousin. They're both very spiritual. Okay. All right. Just little P, little P, little P. What we have for little P? Everybody, please hit the like and I hope you've subscribed to me already, Alaric and Apollonia. Little P, we have stay for you. Now, where's my book? Where's me book? Not that one. For the angel cards, I always need my book. Okay. We have stay. So what is stay saying to you? This card guides you to not to run away from a troubling situation, little P. Whatever that's going on or challenging you right now is something you need to experience and learn from in this lifetime. You're very welcome, Alaric. There's an aspect of the situation, however unpleasant, that's not yet complete. So the angels ask you to not make any extreme moves, right? While this may seem like the exact opposite of what you'd hope to hear, please know that the indigo tools and lessons you'll acquire by persevering will serve as price sets to you later in life. Someday you'll see the situation as clearly as the angels do now, and you will know that when the time to make a change, signs will be undeniable. Okay, Lopi, hang it on in there, girl. Apollonia, would you like a 3-card quick general reading? I'm going to pull the next indigo card for Miss Keisha. Thank you very much. And if you would like a 3-card reading, just let me know. We have for Keisha tonight. What do we have for Keisha? Okay, great. You're welcome, Lil P. August 29th, girl. Ooh, I love him. Keisha, Archangel Metatron. I like when he comes out. He's powerful, Keisha, so listen up. Archangel Metatron, the first angel on the tree of life in the Kabbalah, helps those who are newly upon the spiritual path. He oversees indigos and ensures that their spiritual gifts stay open and active. Like all the archangels, Metatron is unlimited and is able to be with everyone who calls upon him. This card asks you to work with Archangel Metatron in your daily life to welcome mass signs, confirming that you are perfect no matter what. This powerful messenger of heaven can help bring you peace in situations you feel are very unfair or imbalanced. Every time you call upon Metatron, this archangel will immediately go to work. A calm understanding of the situation and your life. He will also help you let go of resentment and unforgiveness so you can move on and not allow energy to affect your life. I love that card. That's one of my favorite Indigo Angel cards. It's Keisha. Okay. I'm going to now, I'll do a 3-card pull for Apollonia. And BB, I'll pick a card for you. Lionel. Oh, good. Did you see the first 20 minutes of this video, Concerned Healer? What do we have for Apollonia for the next 2 weeks? 3 cards, please, for the next 2 weeks. 3 cards for Apollonia. Opal. Okay, so the first 20 minutes, when we're done here, I'm going to figure out how to edit this video. The first 22 minutes of this video is kind of like my first step about healing. Okay, healing your broken heart. Okay, so once this is back up, and then I'll edit it. Please watch that. Okay, Apollonia. Yeah, that's fine, dear. Or you can wait till later. Apollonia. Two weeks. Next 2 weeks. Okay. Cutting the cards for you, Apollonia, for the next 2 weeks. Okay. So I have an overall energy for you, the 10 of Wands in reverse, Apollonia. So it seems that you've been releasing some things that have been burdening you that you took on, or just things that you've noticed that, things that you needed to deal with and heal. Um, and, you're finally with burdens. They didn't belong to you. The stuff didn't belong to you anyway. So you're just releasing it and letting it go. And then we do have the World card in the upright. So it seems that right now that Spirit is trying to let you know that that major cycle is over with and we're starting a new cycle. That's the energy that's coming in, overall energy for you. With the 7 in the upright, it does seem though that there's still some things that have been hidden from you that you're not quite sure of. And there could still be some manipulation going on, but then with the Justice card in the upright, things are going to come not only into balance, but people will begin to like realize that like karma will deal with them. You don't have to. Karma's going to deal with them. It all comes back, right? Recent past, the 2 of Pentacles, so you've had some very big decisions that you've had to make recently. You've been juggling, hopefully not 2 people, but 2 situations or just a major to be dealing with money, with the Pentacle energy. That could be an Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Corn, and then the Wand energy again. Definitely, it could be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius energy with the wands. But it seems like you've been dealing with 2 separate issues, like juggling it, trying to figure it out. Currently, it's the Three of definitely the card of Leo in the reverse, though. So this is telling me that either you felt like a little bit out of control of your not really able to tame them and, kind of like exploding a little more often, or you are feeling very certain and very strong in the decision that you've had to make, or that you are, yes, that you've had to, feeling very sure of it. It's left you a little weaker. Just a little unsure. However, in the near future here, in the upright. So we have, all sorts of energy now. We have air energy, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Um, it seems that you are trying to sail to calmer waters. You're trying to get out of the choppiness. You're trying to get, you behind. You want to sail away off into the sunset because you know there's something better, or that sunrise. You know there's something better on the horizon. Let me pull up, get a little bit more clarification for you over the next couple of weeks, kind of what to expect here over the next couple of weeks. I have for Keisha over the next 2 weeks. Yep, the death card in the upright. So definitely a sign that you are coming into something new. That which is no longer serving you is dying off. I will tell you guys, we are in a time frame right now where a lot of things, like, we are kind of being forced into a change. We're being forced into transformation, especially those of us that are and are light workers, because there have been some things that Spirit has been trying to get us to move and remove out of our life, and we've just not been willing to do it or whatever. And I'm telling you, people are getting moved out of my life like crazy, and I know that's happening. Friends, people, things, jobs, all sorts of stuff just getting moved around, but it's all for our greater good. Like a major upheaval, instead look at it like a major sifting so that we can move on to our next level. So definitely Miss Opalonia, Opal. But again, in the upright, you're coming into a brand new time. The Temperance card in the reverse tells me that you are no longer trying to just balance everything out and mix it, remix it, work. You're like, this ain't working. I got to move it around. I'm done with this situation and I got to keep it pushing because it's not good for me right now. And then we do have the King of Cups in reverse, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio there. So either a Cancer, Pisces, or either somebody with King of Cups energy has removed themselves from the situation, or you've pretty well turned your back and you're like kind of aloof and you're just like, I can't deal with it. I can no longer put my would be strong and I gotta like gray rock it. I know what I gotta do. I gotta just move it forward and I can't allow my emotions to dictate anything else. And I would say that's probably you because with the Nine of Swords overall energy in the reverse, you're getting over this feeling of heartache, pain, like what's keeping you up. You're like, I'm done. I can't worry about this anymore. The Four of Wands in reverse tells me that whatever union this was, be it a committed relationship or be it, a working relationship, you're just like, okay, I got to break this bond because I can no longer. This is not serving me. I can't do it. However, you definitely, with the Sun card in the upright, that there's definitely positive things on the horizon, and you are definitely a brighter future. You definitely see that in your life. That's what I have for you, Apollonia. That's what I have. Oh, yeah. 23 years, gosh. Honey. So that's definitely the fire energy. Was he? Do you know what was his sign? Yep, you got to get that coin. And I know you're making decisions. No, I was asking Opalonia if her ex-husband was. Yep, and that's pretty much their card. Okay, good for you. No problem, concerned. No problem. No problem at all. BB, are you still here? Because I need to pull a card for you, dear. And then is Lionel. So you got a reading from me last night. So I'm going to pull a card for you, okay? I'm going to pull a card for you as well, Lionel. I'm just trying to be sure that the new folks in the chat room. But Lionel, we'll pull a couple of indigo cards for you tonight. I'm not really feeling like that the tarot has something for you tonight. I am feeling like we'll pull a couple of indigo cards for you. You're very welcome, Opolonia. Yep, getting your cards is very important. Your coin right. Secure that bag, honey. Secure that bag. Okay, Miss BB. I'm gonna pull a card for you. What do we have for Miss BB tonight? What do we have for Miss BB tonight? One more. All right. Miss BB, you got two cards that popped out for you, love. Patience and you have self-care. Patience came out first. So I'm going to read that first, Miss BB. This card signals that what you desire isn't ready yet to emerge. This doesn't mean it won't come to you. It just means not at this current time. While you may feel ready to receive the fulfillment, it's not the right moment. Patience is one of the most important lessons an indigo can learn because as the world is now, things happen much more slowly than they need to. This card doesn't mean stop it. This card doesn't mean you've done anything wrong. It merely reminds you that as an indigo, you're an advanced being who sees the entirety of situations much faster than the average human. Be patient, circumstances and people in your life, Miss BB. Know that you're not the only one who feels as if you're running a race against turtles. Better the waiting, the more happiness you'll have. Oh, concerned. It's one of those nights for you. You also got self-care, love. Self-care says, Miss BB, make sure you're not giving to the point of creating lack in your own life. Okay? As an indigo, you feel compassion for the world because of your divine mission. As a result, you sometimes become generous to a fault. You may not see this as a problem. However, this card is telling you you must be aware of your needs in life. Make sure that you're doing enough for yourself so that you don't suffer due to your generosity. Yourself to feel how great it is to have your needs met and trust that those around you are guided by their angels to ensure all of theirs are taken care of too. You are on earth to help, but you are not everyone's problem solver. Lord knows I need to hear that one. The greatest gift you can give others is to ask their awaken and guide them to their unique purpose. Okay. Whew. That was deep. You're so welcome. I'm kind of like concerned healers tonight. I feel like I'm getting everything too. Okay. Mr. Lionel, I'm going to pull a couple cards for you and then concerned healers. Do you have a website, a YouTube channel, Concerned Healers? There's so much. Ooh, okay, let me focus on Mr. Lionel for a moment. I have advice for Mr. Lionel tonight, please. Uh-huh. Okay, Mr. Lionel. Mm-hmm. Mr. Lionel, you have acceptance. Yep, I know concerned. I got you. I got you, honey. Mr. Lionel, as an indigo, and if you don't know what an indigo is, Mr. Lionel, just Google or indigo child, and you'll find out. As an indigo, you're built in everything as part of your mission of making healthful changes to this planet. However, this characteristic may cause you to reject a life that's necessary in order for you to get to the next step. This card is a message for you to search through your life and determine if there's anyone you're rejecting. Accepting your life completely is the best thing you can do for yourself now. While this may not be easy or even seem, know that you simply cannot change everything you do not like, and certain things must be tolerated in this lifetime. Ask the angels to bring you strength and comfort to make letting accepting easier. I will tell you why I believe you got this card, Mr. Lionel, just because I have a little backstory. You not only have to accept people in your life, you have to accept that God saw fit to move some people out of your life. And you have to accept the fact that they will not be what you be. And you have to learn to accept the fact that you're enough for yourself. So I'm going to let that sink for a minute, and we'll be emailing a little bit more back and forth. But I'm going to let that sink in for a second. So concerned, you said the cards keep telling you to do something, you don't know what to do, and you don't understand how you could help. I'm scrolling up. Okay, concern, I will say this to you, my love. This is not whether or not spirituals are activated in you or not, is not so much in regard to whether or not we have our flesh under control. The activation thereof, first of all, some of them happen just because they happen, because it's just who we are and it just is. But the further activation of it comes as you're further healed and whole, because spirit can only channel through you or work through, love and light can only flow through you when it's relatively unimpeded, when you don't have blocks. So even though as a child I had dreams, I knew things before then, I'd have day visions, all sorts of things would happen, right? And I was in, I would go to church with grandma and all sorts of things. Uh, Um, as a child, it was cool, like it operated flawlessly. Thank goodness I had a mom that was also the prophetic and moved in the spirit, so it was all good. But, then as a young adult, that flow wasn't as good. It wasn't as smooth. Why? Because then all this baggage crap started piling up. Um, as I went through each level of healing, the spirit flowed more freely through me. So it's less about whether or not, I mean, you'll see plenty of people on here that flow and get, and they might be, smoking cigarettes and doing all sorts of stuff. It's not about that at all. About your relationship than it is about your flesh. You do get your temple, like, I'm going back to the gym, things of that nature, right? So I'm starting to walk again, and I'm starting to, like, okay, eat healthy stuff because I want to be healthy and I want to lose some weight. But that doesn't stop the gifts from flowing. So when you say you don't know what to do, I would ask you, what gifts have you already identified? What have you already identified? What do you know is already at work in you? That's the first thing. I want to be sure one. Hmm. Okay, so let's start it by identifying. That's the easiest ones to identify is being an empath, being an intuitive. When you're in a room or in somebody's presence, is it almost that you feel their emotions before they even tell you what's going on? You almost sense that there's something going with different people. You may not know them. Does that happen to you? Okay. So I would say at the very least, you're empathic. Okay. That's what empaths is what we do. We feel. And we have to learn how to put the boundaries up so we're not feeling everybody's energy all the day on time. Yes, it makes you want to be alone. Right. Because you feel. So the first step is to learn how to put your spiritual boundaries up. Okay. And that comes from aligning, getting your chakras aligned and increasing your vibration, right? Increasements. And it's literally sometimes it's like, I don't today I want to feel all of this. Good. I don't want to feel all of this, right? Not today. Just leave me alone. So start there. So we know we're empathic. Now we have to know, are we a little more intuitive? Do you see things? We can talk about that. Um, if you can, I would want you to schedule, if you can, schedule a Reiki session um, with, and um, we can go into like your aura, and I can see your aura and read it. It's very difficult to do it over the phone, and it's even more difficult to do it in chat. um, but seeing your order and healing it and going from there. Okay, so you don't feel like you know things, right? That's where we're at. So perhaps your healing gifts are being able to do the triage, and then you might think about moving into something like Reiki or energy, becoming a Reiki practitioner, because an empath can see, feel the pain, and then the Reiki comes in and portion comes in and then is able to help align the chakras and heal the chakras. That's a lot of times it's start. So I would, this is my email address. Email me and we'll talk about scheduling our Reiki session. And I don't know how familiar you are with, it will give you a lot of balance. And I still go to my Reiki master and get and have and every 30, 60 days, somewhere in there. Because there's still some things that I know. I mean, the balance is much better now than the first time I ever got my energy balanced. And I'd already been doing some work. But the cats, like, once you've come into balance a lot better, then you really get to into a lot of depth. past life depth and things of that nature. It's very amazing, and you'd be so the amount of ability to operate in your gifts just increases exponentially, especially once you get that aligned. Know if you've ever had a Reiki session before or not. So um, I'd be honored to be able to help. Um, okay. Anyone else? I see people coming in and coming out. Hit the like button as you're coming in. For those of you that have been here before, I am pulling an oracle card for you. If you'd like to hit a one, and if you did want a reading, thank you. If you wanted a reading, been here before, we'll for a $5 donation tonight, we'll do 3 cards in addition to your own, and for a $10 donation, we'll pull 5 cards for you in addition to your oracle card. If you've been here before, if you're new, let me know that you're here, and I'll pull 3 cards for you, completely free of charge. Not that I'm into charging, guys, because my folks that have been here know that I typically read. You are so very welcome. You're so very welcome. I love working with other healers and other light workers. That's a huge call in my life, and I thoroughly enjoy. Okay, guys, if you want an oracle card pulled, please let me know. And that otherwise, I am going to be signing off here in just a few minutes, guys. It's been a long evening. Yes, ma'am, I will. It'll be my pleasure. Gloria, you're new. I've never seen you. I'd be more than happy to pull 3 for you as well. Yes, Casey, you're. Oh my gosh. That Virgo, man, I've been getting a lot of Virgos. That Virgo video was really powerful when I was recording it. You're quite welcome. You're in Casey and concerned. If you guys haven't already, please consider subscribing to the channel. Then you'll get notified every time I put up a new content go live. So please consider subscribing to the channel. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, concerned. We're going to pull cards for you for the next 3 cards for the next 2 weeks, please. 3 cards for concerned healers for the next. You're so welcome, Alaric. Thank you very much. Yes, concerned. Hit the like. Thank you. For the next 2 weeks. All right, here we go. Move stuff everywhere, guys. All right, and for the next 2 weeks. Wow. You're a little all over the place, Miss Concerned. So let's see what's happening here. You have the Ten of Swords in the upright as an overall energy. So I feel like you're being burdened there's betrayal, there's heartache, pain. It's really burdening you. You're taking it on. Yes, I will be happy to do that. However, you're making a decision, trying to make the decision to walk away with the 8 of Cups in the upright. So we've already got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then with Cancer, Scorpio, because you are actually looking upon your life and saying, you know what, there's a lot of things that are really good about my life, and I've accomplished so much. I've accomplished a lot, and you're proud of that fact, and you should be. And I also see, along with all of this, Ten of Cups in the upright. Thank you very much, Miss Gloria. With the Ten of Cups in the upright, Miss Concerned, there is love and there's fulfillment, but what I'm sensing is this is you coming into being self-partnered and having a true love of self, independent of anyone else. So over the next 2 weeks, we have the Three of Swords, recent, and this is recent past energy, Three of Swords in the upright. So there's been some recent heartache and pain that's occurred, potentially a third-party situation. That's a second sword energy that we've seen. So again, air sign, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. We also have, with a lot of cup energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio here. But there's been some pain and some injury recently. But however, you are still hope springs eternal with the current energies Ace of Cups. So it's like want a fresh start. You want like something new. You want this love relationship. And then I also see the Empress in the near future in the upright, which says to me that there's newness, that there's creation, that there's birthing of a purpose or a plan. What I'm hearing is this is not just love. Typically it's love, right? I want you to see that there's a dove at the top. This is signifying to me a newness, a renewal of relationship with spirit. That over the next couple of weeks, what's really going to be happening with you is that you're inquiring about gifts, you're inquiring about all of this, and I just keep hearing spirit saying, God saying, tell her I love her. Tell her I want to work with her and through her in a powerful way and reach people that others could never reach. And that the healing gifts that I'm bestowing upon her are beautiful, that she will help the unloved feel loved. She will help the brokenhearted heal. Beauty for ashes. Beauty for ashes. That's what this cup energy is all about. You email me, dear, and we'll have to work, I'm the Reiki free, but we'll have to work things out. But you have a powerful calling on your life, and we need to get your energies flowing correctly. So that in the church, we would call it the anointing, love, the anointing, whatever you want to call it. So you can be a channel and that flows through, that it just flows through and out. Okay? Through and out. Wow. Email me concerned. We have to talk off of this. Okay. All right. Okay. So, Miss Gloria, and then we'll do Casey. Miss Gloria will pull an oracle card for you first, and then we'll do a 3-card. You're very welcome, dear. You're very welcome, concerned. Okay. Gloria, you have release and relax. So, Miss Gloria, release, really, and these are Indigo Angel cards. That's what I'm pulling tonight. I have different oracle cards, but those are the ones I'm onto tonight. Release and relax. As an indigo, you were born to be in it, and nothing can change that. However, this card reminds you to focus on channeling your emotions and opinions in positive and constructive ways for the sake of peace. The angels ask you to find a creative and beneficial release for your emotions so you can move on freely. For example, let your anger into artistic projects or volunteering for activist work. Ask the angels to help you express yourself in healthful, beneficial ways. Make sure you're always fair to yourself, but be fair to those around you as well. So let's get itchy ear. Hang on. I've had these darn things on for forever. Okay, let's pull 3 cards for you in. So I need 3 cards, please. Further explain, release, and relax. 3 cards from Miss Gloria. Release and relax. Let me tell you something. When you've been hearing and seeing since you were 12, and I'll be 50 in 6 days, you're accustomed to hearing. Oh my gosh. And I just used it as a tool. What do we have for Miss Gloria for the next couple of weeks here in regard to release and relax? So I don't know who's been upsetting that apple cart. Thank you very much, concern. I don't know who's been upsetting your apple cart lately, Miss Gloria. Shuffle, dear. Hmm. Overall energy for you. Thank you. Oh, I didn't know you're still here, Opal. Thank you, Opalonia. Overall energy, I see the hermit in the upright. So it's like you're kind of withdrawn lately. Um, kind of doing a self-assessment, trying to figure a few things out, trying to see why things have been going the way they've been going lately. With the magician in the reverse, though, you've not really felt like you've been able to manifest the very things that you've been seeking. Like its manifestation feels like it's been very difficult for you. And there's with the 3 of Swords in the upright. Um, uh, yeah, that's air energy. So yes, it's either Gem. So that could potentially be Gemini, Leo, or Aquarius, but or a third party situation. There's been some heartache that's happened, and you've retreated back, and you are now in your heart because there's been injury to it, and so you're kind of in healing. This has the recent past is the Tower card. So, in regard to this release and relax, so I'm sensing that there's a lot of anger, hurt, all that stuff, right, over this situation. You got to let it go. It's not. I mean, you have to acknowledge that it's there. I don't want people to ever not acknowledge that they're feeling the way they're feeling because it's valid. Okay, it's a valid feeling. But you need to seek out, then take that anger, then and say, okay, I'm angry. This person pissed me off. They hurt me. Okay, now let's also take that energy though and say, how did I position where I was vulnerable enough to be able to be hurt? Forgive yourself for being in that position and forgive them because that's for them. That's for you. Them is for you. It's not about them, right? Forgive them, forgive yourself. The Tower card in the reverse says either you're coming out of a time of change or you've been kind of resisting it a little bit because it's painful. and because it's uncomfortable. Anytime there's like that tower moment where the rug's been kind of pulled off from underneath us and we really have to see everything for what it truly is, that is on. Okay, until you get used to going through tower transformations like I am, and then at this point, it's just like, oh, great, transformation time. Trans, yes, yes, yes. So transformation times, right? Yep. Times for transformation, though, are very important times of transformation because they allow us to go to that next level. They allow us to grow. Okay, when the old goes out, the new comes in. The next in the present situation that explains your Three of Pentacles in the up in the reverse, because the Three of Pentacles in the upright tells me, people are appreciating your work. They're coming alongside of you and partnering with you, you know, kind of community, that sort of thing. Like people are being very appreciative of your value. And the Three of Pentacles in the reverse says you're not feeling very valued right now. You're not feeling very, but in the horizon, my dear, is the world, which means a whole brand new change. But you've got to allow a whole brand new cycle. But you have to allow yourself to go through the transformation in order to get to that next cycle. There is a new that is right on the horizon. There's movement forward you need to make. Right now, you are not feeling very hopeful and very like wishful, right? I'm not in the mood. I just want to sit here and do me. Okay. But Spirit, God is asking you to move. And what he's asking for is to take this Nine of Wands energy in the upright and appreciate that which has grown and that which is, you have planted some good seed. And there are things within you that are good and wonderful. There's a lot within you. Hey, Cassandra. I want to move down south. You're afraid to? I have Three of Cups energy in the reverse, so that's another third party situation. Some what's going on right now. And you're trying to balance things out right now with the Temperance card. And yes, you are feeling burdened. Not sure though. Yeah, there's a lot of self-esteem stuff here. Sweetie, we have to get you out of this Queen of Wands in the reverse energy where you're not good about yourself. That you're coming out of feeling left out in the cold. And I do see where there's forward movement, and I do see a brand new start with the Fool in the upright. I would start looking into it. I would start looking into moving. I would start figuring it out, seeing what it would take, start looking for jobs, start looking at what be, pick the area, start looking. That would be a new start, a new cycle, a new. Miss Cassandra, I'm making you a moderator, by the way. I meant to do it the last time you were here. So there you go. There's a wrench. And I got your email. I just have it to you. Yes, Miss Gloria, start looking into it. It's a good time for you to do that. Good time. KC, you still here, my friend? Who else was here that was new that popped in? Girl, I talked you up because we were talking earlier about okay, good. KC, I'm gonna pull 3 cards. It was deep, Cassandra. So girl, we were talking earlier about my ex and like 5 side chicks, and um and then the person that was in here at the time was wondering if they should take their man back, their ex back, 5 side chicks. And I was like, no. And they were like, well, they hadn't had sex with them. And I said, why not? But anyway, so we were talking about that, and I was like, oh, I need Cassandra to talk about all that manifestation stuff during time. I talked you up. All right, Casey, we don't normally talk like this, but there was another chat. Sorry about that. Let me get serious. All right, Casey. we're we're gonna we're gonna do a late night visit talk about that, Cassandra. And we're gonna get on a Google Hangout. All right, Casey, I'm gonna pull a oracle card for you first. I'm gonna get serious. Cassandra. Okay. What do we have for KC? Card of advice for KC. And then we'll pull 3 cards after clarification. And Casey, if you haven't already, consider thank you, dear. Casey, if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please do consider doing that. And everyone, please hit the like button as well. My new folks that are just joining the chat, if you've never been in one of my chats before, I am doing 3 card readings tonight. You have a warm. Thank you, honey. Come back, okay? Come back again. I tend to go live more than I thought. Please, I'm live more than I originally intended to be. So do come back, Opal. Thank you, Concern. Thank you, Cassandra. Okay. For Casey. Gotta get serious now, y'all. Okay, Casey. You have the card Allow Love. And I have never seen that card yet. Oh, and it's open. Casey, sometimes it's difficult for indigos to see that those, hello, star. Sometimes it's difficult for indigos to see that those around them, especially those in an authority role, act of them when rules are imposed upon them, when they face disciplinary action, when the ones close to them get upset, they often feel rejected. It is your role as an indigo to question rules and ask why when situations seem unfair. This will never change. This card invites you to see that although some things just, people are only lovingly looking out for your best interest. In order for you to live and succeed in society, certain rules must always be followed. When the life corrects your behavior, sometimes it's because they love you and they want the best for you. If you sit and meditate, you'll know whether this is true for your present situation. Your role in this world will be shown to you clearly. Your job now is to make sure you do what is asked in order to be a productive member of society, the same society you're meant to recreate. I feel like there's life that's been trying to play some correction, right? But I kind of almost feel like you have to remember that these things that are written for the indigo, this deck, are meant for indigo children. Thank you, Cassandra. Hello, Star. How are you? Let me get some clarification about this because I almost feel like there's like someone, Casey, that has been trying to like there has been a relationship that has been trying to develop and it's not been very successful. Well, the topic earlier, Star, in the first 20 some odd minutes of this was healing, healing after heartache. And so I'll probably cut the rest of this video off and just put that topic out there. But right now, for new, check yourself. I am doing pulling an oracle card and doing a 3-card spread for you. Just ask that you like and subscribe. Absolutely no charge to you for my first timers. Okay. What is the 3 cards for allow love? So Casey, I feel like there's someone that's been trying to start a relationship with you, and it's not, or you're trying to start the relationship with them, but I honestly feel like it's them trying to start it with you. Like they've been trying to like be in your world, but you're not quite sure if you need to if you can trust them to be and trust them with your heart. Mhm. 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 Okay. Casey, if you're here we go. Overall energy is the death card in reverse. So either there's a resistance to a new cycle, not an unwillingness to let things go, old hurt, old pain, old relationships, old something, an unwillingness to let it go and let new love come in. With the in the upright, I feel that that is meaning that there's business and you're not feeling very balanced right now. You're seeking balance because this relationship or the situationship has left you off balance. And it has caused you pain. And I'm still not entirely sure if that's the person that's caused you pain that's trying to come back or a new person. What I have in explanation is Ace of Swords I have the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So I have the Ace of Swords in the upright. I have the Queen in the upright, and then I have the Three of Swords in the reverse. Ace of Swords tells me in the upright that there's truth. There's true communication that's wanting to be said. There's truth of feelings, emotions, sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Um, we've got Libra here as well. Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But the Ace of Swords tells me that this person, that there is like truth that wants to come. The Queen of Pentacles is saying to me that it's potentially your partner's energy. There's a generosity that's trying to be given here, a comfort level that's trying to be given here, but there's heartache. If there's been a recent third party situation, that situation is now over, or you've been concerned that there was a third party situation, perhaps the third party was their job or their family. Not necessarily that they were cheating. I'm not necessarily hearing that, but it's like that there was something that was coming before you that you were just like, I can't handle this, or sure where my priority is in this. What level of priority am I to you? But there's love here. So let's get the why is Ace of Swords here, please? Oh, Lord, help me, Jesus. You're in love with somebody else. Okay, so you're in the third party love. No judgment. Because justice keeps showing up here. So that's where the Four of Wands comes in, because you recently, am I correct? Trying to get to the new start. I do see some level of commitment here, though. Was this a marriage? Okay, you recently broke up. Okay, good. Okay. I need to use my other deck. Okay, this is what I'm going to do, Casey, because I'm not getting very clear stuff on that one. You're going to get a bonus. Bonus. Um, I'm going to do a quick love spread for you. Y'all are pulling everything out of me tonight. Don't have to be to work early in the morning. First card is going to be overall energy between the two of you. Second card, thank you, Star. I'll pull for you in just a second. You're welcome, dear. First card is going to be what the overall energy in this relationship is. Second card is going to be towards you. Third card is going to be what they're showing to the world, okay, outside. Yes, very, very much, Star. What they're showing to the world. Fourth is going to be, oh my goodness. Opal left and I didn't even get to thank her for her donation. I just noticed it. First card, what the overall energy. Second card is going to be how they're feeling about you deep down inside. Third card will be what they're showing to the world. Fourth would be their intention, obstacles, something like that. You know, what gotta understand their intentions. Fifth card is going to be potential hour advice about the situation. Okay, Casey? That's what we're going to do for you. One more. Now remember, we did get the oracle card that said to allow love. All right. See what we got. Hmm. All right. Overall energy is the Hanged Man in reverse. That fits because this relationship is now kind of born out of unrest, right? You were in another relationship. I don't know if they were too. This is born out of not, I mean, this was it's contentious, like you said, right? It's not, no, y'all aren't relaxing in a relationship. However, this is how they feel about you. Judgment in the upright. I'm going to bring this closer because I want you to see the art judgment card. This judgment card is the angel blowing her trumpet, and calling these people up, right? Up high, up to spirit. So this person really feels like you are a fulfill higher calling. You're a fulfillment of their desires, what they've prayed for, right? That you are a person that they stay with long term. That you're the type of person they really want to be with, and that you guys can grow in multiple ways, not just physically, but spiritually well. What they're letting the world know is they feel very good about this relationship with the Six of Wands and the upright. They feel fabulous about it. They feel like this is a great thing. They feel very victorious, if you will. That's a little iffy to say because of considering it was a third-party relationship. Or this is how they're feeling about it. Very victorious, very good. They're very confident in it. They really do enjoy you. The Knight of Wands in the as a intention. This is a swift moving relationship. This person wants to boo up real fast. However, the Knight of Wands also is a lot of fourth energy. Quick movements, not very stable. That is a little bit of a concern for me. The outcome or advice I would say here is the Nine of Wands in the reverse. It's difficult for you, or maybe the two of you, to jointly see the good that's coming out of the relationship. And you're not really appreciating the little things. You're not appreciating, if you look at the Knight of Wands right here, he's got one of the wands has that vine growing, man, and he is really tending to out of happy with that vine, that plant that's growing, and he's nurturing it. Be careful you nurture what's there. Be careful to nurture the good seeds that are growing. At the bottom of the deck, I see, though, that we've got the Six of Cups in the reverse, so I think you're still thinking about past. Might be some of the conflict, or this person reminds you of someone from your past. But this is definitely a new start for you. There's a desire for quick and forward movement, and this is the second quick movement card. So that is a little concerning for me. Not that I'm not seeing stability. That doesn't mean there can't be stability. That just means seeing it right now. It's someone's in and out of this, and and I believe it's you, and you got to stay. Like, if you're going to do it, do it. Why is the Knight of Wands here, please? Why is the Knight of Wands, please? And the upright. Why is the Knight of Wands here in the upright? It's so difficult sometimes, my people, when others love us. Yeah, that's what I was concerned about. Okay, listen. This is a tower moment for you. You're making it. You're needing to do some transformation, some soul searching as to why the other relationship didn't work. Why did you fall in love with this one when you were in a current relationship? Just got to do some soul searching within yourself. Make sure you are healed internally yourself. I do see where you're coming out of a time. Yeah. I do see out of a time where you're kind of like withdrawn and not really wanting to be open, and like you're trying to open up. But you are still allowing yourself to feel burdened by the breakup, and you got to let that go. It's time for you to leave behind the things that are not serving you and steer yourself and go to calmer waters. Flow with it. Go to that sunrise or sunset. Move on. Truth there. I picked up a different deck because I needed to get different energies. And interestingly enough, the same cards are coming up in the other deck than in the first deck I was using. So there's a truth to this. And I love this Ace of Swords because now here we've got two doves, down, all these things. So there is a good truth that's coming out of this relationship. And this present relationship does have four of Wands Four of Wands in that bright energy, a good union. It's going to take hard work, but there's passion. And this network, this is something that you love to work at. It's going to take some work, right? But they keep trying to deliver you messages, and they keep trying to get you, and you have to allow that communication to come in. Stop being so darn cautious about everything and move forward. You are resisting this Ace of Cups energy. You are resisting this love coming in. And the unfortunate thing is the other party, and you might be feeling like, I'm not really sure, gosh, maybe some things are a little boring to you, right? But if some things are boring, talk about it, okay? Because this has good Empress energy, very good and very significant. But there's instability here, and I feel it's on your part. It's not them. They want stability. If you work at this, this could be very good for you, Casey. But you got to put in the work. And you have to let the past go and forgive yourself. You have to forgive yourself. Okay? They will forgive you, but you have to forgive yourself. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Star, would you still like a reading, my dear? If you're still here, Star, would you like a reading? Everyone, as you're coming in, please hit that like, and if you have not already subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Um, and for those of you that it's the first time, I'm going to be on for 15 to 20 more minutes. Nope, I'm here, girl. I got used to going to bed at midnight. I'll be on for another 15 to 20 minutes. Of you that are new, I will be happy to give you a 3-card reading. And those my returning folks, I'll pull an oracle card for you, okay? All right, what do we have for Star for the next 2 weeks? 3 cards, please, for Star for the next 2 weeks. Cassandra, I appreciate it. All righty. You just added life coaching. Cassandra has now added a new service. Oh, I love you, girl. I guess that's what happens, isn't it? Over the next 2 weeks. Ooh, I love this. Ooh. No, you're fine. That's what it ends up being, isn't it? That's really what it is at the end of the day. Star. I love this for you. So your recent energy is the Queen of Wands in the upright. You have been feeling great about you have been living best life. You're just like radiant. You are self-assured. You know what you want. Going you've made up your mind and you are going after it. I mean, she is feeling it, right? She's got the chi-chis up. She got that red dress on. She is doing her thing. Love it. Ace of Wands. So there's a new start right here for you that is just right here on the horizon. Good new start, and we'll do a little bit of investigation into that. I do believe this could have a lot to do with money, or this could be settling down with the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. I love the fact that you have 2 queens here and an ace. It's just like boom, movement. You the Queen of Pentacles energy in the upright star, that just says a lot about, your home life, your generosity. The Queen is about her bag, almost as much as the King, but the Queen's about her bag too. She's getting them coin, and she is nurturing, and so that's Taurus, or I should say Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and that fire energy, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. So I want to know, I'm a little nosy now. I want to know what start is. So let's look at that Ace of Wands in the upright, and what is this new start all about? Ace of Wands in the upright. Ace of Wands in the upright. Got a lot of wand energy. What's your sign? Your fire sign? You got a lot of wand energy popping out here. So what popped out here, and I'm going to put him off to the side. Aquarius and Pisces, but you got a heck of a lot of fire happening here. I don't know if you're dealing with a fire sign or what's happening, but you got fire in has lit you up. Okay, with the King of Wands in the reverse, I find that interesting juxtaposed to my Queen of Wands energy or Sagittarius running around, um, off to the curb, or we're not quite sure precisely which direction. Oh boy, you got wand energy up the wazoo. And so the Two of Wands here says that you're making a choice. Um, that you're making a choice. It could be I apologize. Oh wow. Um, but you've recently but communicate cut off, and I think that's why you've made this choice. I think communications have been cut off with this King of Wands energy. And then and you're looking for a new start. Yeah, you've made a decision, my dear. Here's your Aquarius energy. You've come out and you've made a decision. You utilized and made a decision. Here is your Queen of Cups. You got a ton of queens. These bad girls is coming out for you. You are living your best water life right now, full of intuition, full of life, full of love, living your best. You've pulled on your inner strength. And here is this Mr. Emperor. So please tell me this man is an Aquarius, an Aries, or he got Aries in his chart. You've told him bye bye. You're skipping. You have to watch the replay. Okay, sweetie, what I was saying to you is that Ace of Wands, did you catch this? Are you the Aries or a fire sign? Because I feel like this new start is about you making a decision to cut off communication and have a new start. And at the bottom of the deck, can you still hear me? I hope you came out of making this decision. Here's your right here. You're living your Queen of Cups best life. Best life right now. You in your own, you use your intuition to make your decision. You're living your best Aquarius life right now, tapped into your inner strength. And is this man an Aries? Because we're not and popped up in the King of Wands before. So is he Aries? Or does he have the wrong man? I'm not saying it was a bad thing. I can't tell you if it was a bad thing or not. I'm wondering, was he an Aries? Another Leo. Okay. All right. I knew, see, the fire is there. And he's yes. So that's what's happening right now, but it's a new start. I don't see where this is bad. I don't see that. I think this is best for your home life, honey, for your own stability. I'm so sorry. Yeah, because I've been on for 2 hours. This YouTube's telling me to get off. YouTube is saying, get off, lady. Maybe he really likes you. Okay, we're going to try one thing for you. Why do you think that this is the wrong person? Okay, let's do this. But you know what? I'm not feeling like he might really like you, but that doesn't mean he's right for you. Okay? Just because he really likes you doesn't mean he's right for you, baby. um, haven't been looking for love. That's the best way to be. Live your single life, sweetie, right now. He might like you, but I'm not hearing that it's time for him. It's not the right time. And I might still be picking you up a little bit because I'm dead on that Aries right now. Um, Start right time for him and you. There's still stuff you have to do for you. And as much as he may or may not like you, he's a Cancer. And you're an Aquarius Pisces. You two might make a good couple. Getting real. Well, you live in your best life, girl. Don't, you know what? You do you for a minute. You do you. And I'm going to repost this. I'm going to leave it up tonight, but in the morning, I'm going to edit it. The first 22 minutes, I gave everybody that's wanting to get over heartache an assignment. I talked a little bit about getting over heartache and getting through these cycles that we keep choosing the same people. We can't really like figure it out. So like, are we just, you know what I'm saying? Like we just go tough. So I gave everybody an assignment. Now next week when I come back and talk about this again, I want the assignment done. Okay. Go through relationships. Write down. Yep, that's not a problem. Write down common characteristics of each relationship and or individual. Last few relationships. Write it down. And then what we're going to review, we're going to start reviewing that. And then we'll talk about what that means as far as which of your areas of your chakra needs to be healed, which chakra needs to be healed, what that signifies, if certain things are similar, certain similarities. Okay. Thank you, Cassandra. You are on point, girl. On point. That's my girl. Okay, guys. I don't know about had it. I gotta try to make some money tomorrow. No, and I'll try. I'm gonna make some money tomorrow. You all, I have to tell you, I'm so proud of this tribe. I'm so proud of this tribe. We let me tell you how many uh subscribers we have. Aaliyah walked out of how many tribe members we have, y'all. Y'all gonna come on now. We Leah walked out of the and there's some from 2 years contacted me a few weeks ago. So, whew. Yeah, concern, get in touch with me, girl. Get in touch. Scorpios is like that though. They will get you hard, man. They get cold with their stuff. I'm a Cancer. I can't be that cold. Sometimes I can, but I got to be really mad to be that cold. You Pisceans and you Aquarians is not that much easier either. Y'all tell it like it is. I had to tell y'all. So over the last 24, both too shy to tell our feeling. Oh my gosh. You know what it was? The Cancer, he was concerned that you really didn't feel that way. And when we're not sure the other person feels, we will withdraw in our shell to protect ourselves. That's what we'll do. Especially Cancerian men, they find it very difficult. But when they finally tell you he's with someone else now, if ain't no ring on it, girl, ain't nothing set in stone. Now don't go break up a happy home, but I'm just saying. Um, Yesterday, those of you that are new, I had I do these card parties every once in a while to celebrate milestones for the channel. We had hit 600 yesterday morning. We had hit 600 subscribers. So between yesterday morning and right now, 159 subscribers to the tribe. Be able to get some more supporters for the channel, and I can really do what I want and walk in my destiny. And that means all of us get to walk in our destinies too. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm rambling now. I'm tired. I've been sitting sipping on this coffee, knowing I ain't got no business doing it. Um, so I'm gonna get off this here YouTube. Thanks for being with me. Thank you to my new subscribers. And again, everybody, don't forget to watch that first, the first 22 minutes of this video. Thank you very much. You're throwing me off. I have Dales that are friends and family, so I'm trying to figure out if you're one of. You're very welcome, dear. You're gonna go rewind. Okay, let me stream in a second. It'll post in a minute. Okay, guys. I might be back on tomorrow night. I might not. I do have some personal need to do. If not, I'll for sure see you Thursday. So you guys have a wonderful day. I'll do coffee convo and cards first thing in the morning. No, I know it's first time. I'm just saying that I have friends that with the last name Dale that live in the Chicago area and last name Dale. So I see that last name. I'm like, oh, I wonder if they found me. Anyway, I'll be on in the morning for coffee convo and cards, my daily readings. So early in the morning tomorrow, and those I might pop on tomorrow night. Okay, good. um, not that I, but whatever. Okay, guys, I love each and every one right now. This is bad. Um, peace, love, blessing, joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. Mm, namaste. I love each and every one of you. Bye, Loopy. Good night, everybody. Good night. Bye. Bye.